Before my conversion, I was a faithful follower of Islam. I come from a lineage considered sacred among Muslims, a direct descendant of the seventh Imam, Musa al-Kazim, which, according to tradition, places me in the bloodline of the Prophet Muhammad himself. My father, a highly respected sheikh, was the leader of one of the largest Muslim clans in the region, the Al-Sahed Almi. Our family enjoyed influence, prestige, and a comfortable financial situation. From a young age, my life revolved around religion. I was taught to be an example, a model for others to follow, and so I observed every Islamic precept with extreme zeal. It was in the year 1987, during my military service, that something completely unexpected happened. For the first time in my life, I met a Christian. I knew there were Christians in my country, but I had never had direct contact with any, since my circle of friends was entirely Muslim. My view of them came only from what I read in the Quran. For us, they were considered impure, infidels. His name was Nadim, and to my surprise, he was a kind, upright, and respectful man. This made me uncomfortable because, according to my belief, someone like him was destined for hell. So I decided I would try to convert him to Islam. My first move was to ask him for a copy of the Gospel. I wanted to prove that what the Quran said was true, that Christians had corrupted the original scriptures. For me, this would be the perfect opportunity to show that the Bible had been adulterated. But before handing me the book, Nadim made a curious request. He wanted me to read the Quran with genuine attention, seeking to understand every word. This intrigued me, because I already read the Quran daily, especially during the month of Ramadan, when we recited it in its entirety. The difference was that he didn't want me to simply repeat verses from memory, but rather to delve into the true meaning of each one. This proposal resonated with me. After all, I knew the Quran by heart, but I had never stopped to reflect deeply on its messages. I then decided to seek out a respected imam in my community, someone who had known me since I was a boy and treated me almost like a son. I told him about the challenge I had received. He explained to me that to truly understand the Quran, I would need to master Arabic in its most profound form, understand its grammar, and, in addition, study the contexts and commentaries of the surahs. He also said that correct interpretation would require reading at least 500 books on the chapters of the Quran. At that moment, I thought it would be impossible and even considered giving up. But something inside me kept pushing me forward. I began rereading the Quran, now with the goal of understanding, not just reciting. Every question that arose brought me back to the Imam, and every answer he gave me raised new questions. This quest took me down a path I never imagined. As I deepened my study of the Quran and the most respected biographies of Muhammad, I began to notice contradictions and inconsistencies I had never noticed before. As I delved deeper into my studies, certain things began to bother me deeply. I discovered accounts of Muhammad that made me question whether he should truly be seen as a role model. I found records of him engaging in acts of violence, including murder and looting, and this affected me in a way I hadn't expected. What shocked me most was discovering that he had 63 wives. The first 20 years